Hello, this is Barbara Reed, the Wexford Stamper, and I'm here today with a tutorial for the tea bag pouch, I guess I would call it. This is something that I make for my spring craft shows, and it's a very popular item. Let me show you what it is. It is a pouch that has a pocket on the front and the back, and on the front pocket there is a little tea bag, and in the back pocket I make a little 2x2 note card that you can sign and put a note for the person who is receiving it. And then on the inside of the pouch, I put a pack of little Milano cookies, and those can kind of stand up inside, and they keep the pouch nice and rigid. So if it's something that you wanted to use for a party as a favor, they stand up very nicely on the table, and that would be something that would be very much appreciated. So let me show you how I made these. These are so easy, they don't even require any adhesive. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, the first thing you're going to need is a piece of designer series paper cut at 12 inches by 8.5 inches. And here I picked a piece from the Brights collection. And now you're going to need to score. So I'm going to bring up my scoreboard. And on the long side, we're going to score at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 5, 7, 9 1/2, 10 3/4. Okay. Then we're going to turn the paper to the short side, and on the short side, we're going to score it at 2 1/2 and 6. So that's all the scoring that we're going to do for this today. And I'm going to turn it over on the lighter side because it's a little easier to see it on camera. But what we're going to do now is, if you look at your paper, you'll notice that there are 2 1/2 inch squares at every corner of the paper. So the first thing you want to do is cut out that 2 1/2 inch square. Now there will be a score line going right down the middle of that square, but you can just kind of ignore that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out that square. And then go up on this corner. And sometimes it helps if you go ahead and score it, fold it on the score lines, and you might be able to see it a little better. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut here on those score lines. Okay, and then you want to do the same thing on the other side. Let me fold it a little bit first. Okay, and then we're going to cut up to that. And you'll notice I'm just cutting off the 2 1/2 inch squares on each corner. Okay, they are kind of tricky to see, especially if you have a little bit of paper that's a little busy. So you got to be patient with that and maybe give it a fold, and that'll make it easier. Okay, so now I'm going to get rid of those 4 squares. Okay, and now we have our paper ready to go. Now, depending on which side you want to be out, I'm going to choose the polka dots to be on the outside. So I'm going to put that face down on my work surface. Then I'm going to go to the new corners that have been made since we cut out the squares. And I'm going to fold that up towards the center of my piece of paper. Okay, I'm going to do that on all 4 sides. So here's 1, 2. I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. 3, 4. Okay, now we've got all those sides folded and the points are going toward the center. Now we're going to fold up those sides that we just folded. There's 1 and there's 2. All right, now we're going to turn it over and we're going to kind of locate those other score lines that we had. And those are right along the bottom of our pouch. So they're going to help the pouch stand up on the bottom. Okay, then the last thing you want to do is fold over the top edge like that. Okay, and then you have your pouch. You're actually done already. No adhesive needed. So this is what the pouch will look like. Now let me bring in the one I've already finished. Okay, so here's the pouch, just like this one. And what I did was I took my hole punch and I punched 2 holes in the top of my pouch. And then I put a piece of, you can use ribbon, you can use whatever you like. I use tulle there in white, and that helps to secure the pouch so that it will hold the cookies inside. Okay, and then in the front pouch, of course, I put my tea bag, and in the back, I just took a little more of that same colored paper and made a little 2x2 card that I can write my name and a little message for the person who receives my gift. Okay, and then of course inside we have those Milano cookies, and then for my decoration on the front, I die cutted a little teacup out and then put a little message on there that says "You are terrific." But of course you can kind of use your own creativity, and depending on the theme of the party or what you're making them for, you could put a flower there, you can put whatever you like. So that's really up to you. But as long as you have that the pouch, the rest you can really be creative and use your own ideas. So that is how you make the little tea pouch. And here's one in green that I made just at the same time. And they're lovely for any kind of a party because they stand up. And I will be selling them for my spring craft show. And I think they'll be a great hit. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions about this project or any other of my tutorials, please find me on my blog at thewexfordstamper.blogspot.com. Any of these products that we talked about today can be bought on my website. So please visit my website, leave a comment, and I'd be glad to help you with any craft project you're working on. Thank you, and I'll see you again real soon.